Good morning. Hope you are all doing well today. It is a gorgeous day out in Ohio today with some pretty clouds and back in my backyard again. I was gonna film while I was family camping this last weekend, but I didn't quite get to it. So we're stuck in my backyard again. But it is a beautiful day today to start my day with some yoga. So go ahead and get yourself in an easy seat position. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in and a deep breath out through your mouth. And one more deep breath in. Blow out slowly through your mouth. Let's try to think of an intention today for you to use while you're doing yoga. Mine is going to be to stay calm and relaxed and stay in the moment, which is always hard for me. So you can use that, staying in the moment, or you can think of another intention to somewhat meditate on while you are doing yoga today. All right, so let's go ahead and think about that while we take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. All right, we are going to start with just some simple side bends. So go ahead and take your right hand, put it down on the ground. Take your left arm up. Let's just do a gentle side bend. You can bend this other elbow to help you get a deeper bend to the side. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Breathe in and sink into it as you breathe out. And let's do that again on the other side. Breathe in and breathe out. Back one more time, over to your left. Breathe in and out. Good, and let's come back into the center. Let's go ahead and bring our feet up. Do a few windshield wipers to get ourselves stretched out a little bit. So over to the left, over to the right, over to your left, and over to your right. Really trying to stretch out those hips to get us warmed up before we start. Let's go back over to the left and do a bit of a twist. You can put your hand on your knee to try to get your hips and your lower back turned more. Remember to lead with your hips and your trunk versus your head and your shoulders. Take a deep breath in and a breath out. Let's go ahead and rotate over to the other side. Again, using this hand if you can, or if you can push on this one if you have minimal torquing range here. Can't twist as much. Go ahead and look behind you. Breathe in. And breathe out. Okay. Come back up to the center. And we're gonna start with laying down on our back. So go ahead and bring yourself back to a lie down position. And we're gonna start with happy baby's pose. So this one's a good time. Really does relax your hips though. So go ahead and take both hands to the outside of your feet. Bring them over to the side and just sink those knees in. All right? So you wanna just think you can let your head fall back. Grab hold of your feet. If you're up higher, that's fine, but if you can take your hands and push down on those feet, you'll really feel your hips open. When you get yourself in a good position, close your eyes and breathe. exhale, think about just letting everything fall back into the mat. Do that one more time. Inhale. And exhale. And you can go ahead and bring those legs back forward. We're going to go into a figure of four. So take your right leg, put it over your left leg. And we're going to go ahead and grab hold and pull this towards you. You can grab your thigh or all the way around your calf, whatever feels comfortable to you. Again, try to drop your head. Just pull this towards you. You're going to get a nice stretch on your right leg here, the back of your right leg. Just try to let your shoulders come back and pull backward. And then go ahead and bring those back down, and let's switch out our leg. Go ahead and put your left leg over your right leg, getting a nice external rotation on this leg. Reach forward and grab your leg to pull this toward you. And this is my tight hip, so this one's definitely needing a stretch this morning. Again, let's take a breath in. Out. Down. Now think about that tension and staying in the moment. There's some beautiful clouds over here this morning. All right, go ahead and put that foot down. And then we're going to go ahead and put our knees out to the side. So you can take both your knees and lay them over to your left. You can put your hand on top of them here to get a nice twist. Stretch out this hip here. You can put this hand out to the side too to give you even more stretch and turn your head that way. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let's go ahead and put this arm out. Go ahead and turn your legs to the other side. Again, pushing down if that makes it feel more stretchy and more comfortable for you. Not if it causes you pain. I'm not trying to cause any pain here in yoga. Just a nice stretching. Breathe in. And out. Let's bring those legs back to the middle. Now we're going to wrap your right leg over your left leg. And again, drop them out to the side. Pushing down if you need it or want it. It feels good. Put this arm out to the side. Look over your shoulder. Get some really nice rotation here. And back up to the center. And let's go ahead and switch those legs. And now drop to the opposite side. Opposite arm out. Turn over and look at that hand. Again, push down on this if it makes you feel better to push down on your knee if that lengthens that for you. And then go ahead and roll up. Come up to a seated position. And then we're going to go ahead and make our way into a standing position. All right, we're going to start this with a standing with a little bit of kind of twist and shake it out. So just going to think about letting your body start turning and then letting it just happen. So just letting those arms really guide you into a rotation. Kind of get your to help stretch everything out. All right, and then let's just do a couple shoulder rolls, a little bit of wrist movement. Okay, and then we're gonna do a swan dive down, so deep breath in, breathe out, come down into a standing forward bend, bringing your hands down to the level that is comfortable for you. Come on up into a halfway lift, lengthen that back, nice flat back, and then come on back down to standing forward bend, and then come on up, back to our mountain pose. This time we're going to do a deep breath in, put our hands down on the ground, bring ourselves back to downward dog. And we're just going to start off by raising your right leg, pushing back with your left calf. A nice stretch while you raise this leg. And then let's go ahead and switch those out. Let's go ahead and raise up that left leg while you're stretching out your right calf. Pushing into the ground with both hands and your right foot. And bring that back down. This time we're going to raise the right leg up. And we're going to do a little twist. So when you're doing this twist, you want to try to keep your hands still parallel, keep your shoulders parallel. You're just trying to twist your hip, not your whole body. You want to stay centered and just twist the hip. At the same time, you can keep working on that calf. Go ahead and bring that one down. And let's bring our left leg up. And again, try to stay center. At the same time, getting a nice twist on your hip. And stretching your left calf. And then go ahead and bring that down to downward dog. And we're just going to go ahead and lower ourselves down. So you can move into a plank, drop your knees, and then drop down onto your belly. All right, let's go ahead and put our hands next to our chest and just come up into just a nice low cobra. Not too high. And then bring that down. Take a deep breath in. And push up into a higher cobra. When you do this, you want to think about dropping those hips. I like to leave my knees down. If you like doing an upward dog, you can do that as well. I feel like I get a better stretch for me when I'm leaving my knees down. All right? And then we're going to just push ourselves back into a little child's pose. You can use together or apart. Try to drop your chest down, bring your arms forward, stretching those shoulders, stretching your hips, and really just relaxing because we're in child's pose too. Okay, let's come up and make our way into a tabletop position. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. All right, I'm just giving a little rock back and forth to get myself warmed up. Let's go ahead and bring your right foot forward into a low lunge. So your back knee is going to stay down. Just really put our fingers forward. You can put just on your fingertips if you need to be, where your hands flat. Trying to stretch out this left hip flexor. And then let's go back into a half splits. Bring your hands down if you want to. You can leave them on your leg and just support with one hand, whatever works for you. All right. And then we're gonna just turn and come up into a gate pose. So now I'm facing my left side. And I've got my right leg extended, thinking about stretching this out. Let's go ahead and put your hand down and stretch toward the front of the mat. You want to try to stay upright. You don't want to come forward just to get more of a bend or to feel like you're getting further. You want to be upright, lean to the side, even if it's just a little bit that lean that you have available to you. All right? And then let's try to reach back. Let's do a little bit of extension. If you want, you can just put your hands on your hips and lean back. But if you can reach back with one hand and stretch, that could be great as well. And then bring your hands down in front of you. And let's try to sit back, trying to leave the blade of this foot straight down. You're going to get a nice stretch on the inside of that leg. Come down as much as you can. Go ahead and use your hands to push up and turn toward that low lunge. And bring this foot back into your tabletop. Again, we can move around a little bit in tabletop position. And let's put our left leg up in front of us. Get a nice stretch in our low lunge. And back into a half split. Really thinking about pulling these toes back will really help you get a better stretch on the back of this leg. And then let's go ahead and turn to the side again. Get ourselves in a nice gate pose. And again, you can keep your hands at your body if you need to. You can just stay here and try to lean over. There's a little bunny playing in my yard right now. All right, you can put your hand down on your leg. And again, you want to stay upright so that we're really targeting our side while we're doing this stretching. Excellent. Go ahead and bring your hands back up. And you can stay here for some extension and dropping your head, or reach your hand back for your foot. And do a nice extension, pushing your hips forward and your chest forward. Leaning back. Then go ahead and put your hands in front of you and sit back on your foot. You can leave these toes up if that's more comfortable for you. That is not comfortable for me, so I like to go all the way back. Again, you're targeting the inside of this leg, so really pushing down to stretch there. And then go ahead and push yourself back up. And make your way back into a tabletop position. All right, let's go ahead and sit back on our heels a little bit. Shake out your wrists. We're going to be doing a bit of a downward dog sequence, so I'm going to get those wrists nice and ready to do that. Okay, so put your hands down, up into downward dog. Go ahead and lift your right leg. And go ahead and open your hip, again, keeping yourself central. Rotating that hip. Okay, go ahead and bring that forward between your hands. Let's open up into a warrior two. You want to have your heels in line there. Trying to give yourself spread out as much as you can to feel really strong in this warrior. Then we're going to come back down with our hands. Bring your right leg back. Go ahead and take your left leg up. Open that hip. Bring it between your hands. That back foot ready to slide into warrior two. nice and strong. Really sink into it. Put your arms out strong. Open your chest. Pull your collarbones or your scapulas together in the back. Shoulder blades. And then let's go ahead and go down and come back into our downward dog. Lift up your right leg. Open it up, bring it between your hands into warrior two. And we're gonna go ahead and go into a triangle. So you're gonna straighten this front leg, and then you're gonna think about somebody pulling you forward and then tilting forward. Really get a nice triangle stretch. Arm up towards the sky or the ceiling, whichever it might be. Back up into warrior two, so bend that knee. Cartwheel your hands down, back into downward dog. Let's do the same on the other side. So left leg up, open your hip, in between your hands. Bring your hands up into warrior two. And then straighten that front leg. Think about being pulled forward. Again, keeping your body so you're turned to the side. Bring that hand down. And this one up. Up into your warrior two, bending that knee. Bring both your hands down. Back into downward dog. Right leg up and open. In between your hands. Up to warrior two. Straighten your leg. Down for triangle. Really think about stretching out this back hip if you can while you're coming forward. And then we're gonna go into a reverse triangle. So leave that leg straight. Bring this hand back down your leg as far as you can. I'm gonna do a nice side bend back here. And then back into warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down, back into downward dog. Left leg up, open your hip. In between your hands. Make your way up into warrior two. Sink into that nice. Straighten out that front leg into triangle. And go ahead and leave that leg straight. Make your way back to reverse triangle. Trying to work this back hand down your leg as much as you can to get a nice stretch. Back into warrior two. Back down into downward dog. And we're gonna keep going. So, right leg up, open, in between your hands, into warrior two. Straighten your leg, into triangle. Go ahead and reverse your triangle, leaving that front leg straight. And then go ahead and we're going to try to do a humble warrior here. So you can bend back into your front knee, put your hands behind you, try to intertwine them if you can, and you're going to bow down. Bring those arms above your head. And come on back up into warrior two. Cartwheel your hands down and back into downward dog. Left leg up and open. Foot between your hands. Make your way up to warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Into triangle. Oh, sorry. Went into a reverse triangle first. See, having to stay present. Into your triangle. Back into your reverse triangle. And And then bend that front leg, arms behind you. Come down into your humble warrior. Back up into warrior two. Hands down, back into downward dog. We're gonna add on a few more times. So, right leg up, open it up, between your hands, into warrior two, into your triangle. Back to your reverse triangle. Bend that front knee, hands behind your back. Pull down, come into humble warrior. And then, let's try to step this back foot up. You can try to stay in your humble warrior if you want, or you can leave your hands out. Try to bring that behind you and go into warrior three, like a humble warrior three. And then open that back up into your warrior two. Down to the ground, back to downward dog. Go ahead and lift that left leg up, open your hip. And bring your hand between your feet, up into warrior two. Nice and strong. Straighten your front leg, into your triangle. Come back in to your reverse triangle. Bend that front knee, arms behind you, and pull down if you can intertwine them into your humble warrior. And then bring that back foot up. Now again, you can try to leave your hands like this if you want, or you can put your hands out, or you can even put them in front of you if you need to. Warrior three. Let's have a nice flat foot. Maybe. Okay. Then you can bring that back into your warrior two. Back down to the ground. Feet back to downward dog. All right. Let's bring our right leg up. Open your hip, foot between your hands, into warrior two. Extend your front leg into your triangle. Back to reverse triangle. Bend your front knee, hands behind you, into your humble warrior. And then go ahead and bring your foot forward, and we're just going to come into a half moon. So you can put your fingers down. You can leave it up if you like. But fingers down, leg up, arm up, a little bit of rotation. And come on back down to your warrior two. Hands down to the ground, and step back to downward dog. Left leg up and open, and between your hands, up to warrior two. Front leg straight into triangle. Back into a reverse triangle. Get those hands behind you. Bend your front knee into a humble warrior. And then you can go ahead and bring that foot in a little bit. Come bring your fingers down. We're going to go into half moon. And again, if you want to challenge yourself, you can try to bring that hand off the ground. And then bring that back foot down into warrior two. Hands down. Back to downward dog. go ahead and bring your right foot forward just in between your hands. Drop that back foot into your low lunge. Should be a little bit stretchier than it was. If you want, you can reach back and do a little bit of a hand grab or foot grab with your hand. And go ahead and put your hands down. You can go ahead and switch out those feet. Let's bring that left leg forward. Again, you should feel some more stretch along there than you had when you started. You can do a foot grab this way as well. And put your hand down next to you. Let's push our legs back and let's just drop in to a prone position. We're going to do a few cobra waves. So go ahead and put your hands out to the side. Let's just use our fingertips to push us up and down. Breathe in and out. One more. Breathe in and out. Then let's go ahead and push our way up to a seated position. Let's go ahead and just in our easy seat, well actually, let's bring your right leg under you, your left leg over top. Let's just try to get a little twist going. So you can grab here with your hand. If you can wrap your hand all the way around and look back, great. You can just, if you can even get your leg here, great. If not, you can put it here. Same thing, you're just trying to rotate down at the bottom, get a good stretch, nice twist. Let's go ahead and switch those legs out. So left leg under, right leg over top. If you can reach around this way, great. Really help you to torque your trunk around and get a good stretch. Okay. And let's go ahead and make your way in to a seated position that's comfortable for you. And let's think about your intention from when we started. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. And if you like, you can stay here for Shavasana, or you can make your way down to a lying position. Try to let your whole body just relax into the ground. Taking a deep breath in. Letting your breath out, go ahead and let your head fall. Your shoulders fall to the ground. Your arms fall open. Let your legs fall open. Let yourself be part of the floor for a few moments. I'm going to go ahead and go quiet and let you have a few minutes to relax. lovely for you. I feel nice and stretched out, so it's a good way to start the day.